Mopar people, welcome back to the channel. I'm JustMoparJoe. So my plan is I got to get y'all excited about drag racing. It's always been a great thing for me, and I really enjoyed it. And I got to get out there and go again soon. I want to get this Barracuda done before I go back, and I want to kind of show you what I got going on with it today. The interior is lacking. The reason I'm working in here instead of somewhere else on the car is that I'm waiting on my stall converter to get rebuilt. It should be done within the next week, so I can come and pick it up. Then I can get motor trans, get a drive shaft made, everything hooked up and plumbed, and try to get this car out and start doing some testing tune on it. But I guess today I'm focusing on finishing up this interior. I've got a panel to go over there. It matches this door panel here. But just getting a little stuff finished up, patching holes in the floor, welding the cage, cleaning the floor up, painting the floor. I actually have some, well, I'll show you this roll here. So this is kind of some, I believe it's like floor underlayment. But it's got like a little heat barrier on it. I've used this stuff before as a kind of insulator in the floorboard of the car before putting carpet down on it. It just keeps a little bit of the rattles down and stuff like that. The carpet for the car is up there. That came out of the car. I got to get it out, pressure wash it. It smells like rat piss. So y'all hang out. We're gonna get some stuff done today. All right, so y'all may know what's going on here. I've got my inside cleaned up. I got my tubes welded, and I'm gonna go ahead and shoot a fresh coat of paint on the whole cage. I got to add a little more paper. This is just some old cheap Harbor Freight paper, but it'll be fine for what I'm doing. I'm gonna put another piece across the windshield there. I don't want any black overspray on it. And I'm doing one half at a time, so I'll come through, shoot 2 good coats on this side, probably let it dry, tear all this stuff off tomorrow, and do the other side. But here's what I'm using. I normally like the VHT's roll bar, chassis and roll bar, but I got this kind of semi-gloss duplicolor engine. It'll be fine. I've used it on some brackets and stuff. Oh man, never mind. It's semi-gloss black, see there? Anyway, I'm gonna shoot this roll cage with it and come back with you here shortly. All right, so it is the next day. I came back. We'll check out this paint. See, I just shot that roll cage real nicely. Went way up here, my paper fell down, but that's fine. All that's good. Started on that side. You can see where I sprayed. Inside there, kind of where the rocker meets the floor panel, floorboard, whatever. That stuff up there is really solid. I ran over it again. I got some rust barrier stuff from Duplicolor. I've never tried this before, but it seems to be pretty good. It says paint over rusted and bare metal. Seals corrosion, impact resistant, blah de blah. I'm gonna probably pull that column out and wheel so I can get to the firewall a little better, shoot it. Hopefully you can see all the rust that fell out of this sucker. She's pretty nasty. I need to wire wheel all that. I'm gonna probably pop that bracket off and pressure wash this thing, both sides, get my wheel off out of the way so it doesn't get messed up. And yeah, see, make me a new gasket for that, not a biggie, but need to be cleaned up. It was filthy. So there's that wonderful piece of metal I cut my square out. I think this is actually aluminum. I couldn't get a magnet to stick to it, so it is what it is. And it's gonna go over my hole, and I'll throw her in from the inside so I don't just have a big square of metal out here. That doesn't look terrible, but I think it might look a little better if I throw it from the inside. I'm gonna grab some tape, tape it up, mark my holes, and drill them. Because it's a race car, and it's going to be really loud right here where the headers come out. If you listen, pretty hollow. So I've got this Silas, sound deadener from Amazon. So I've got about 5 sheets I'm gonna lay down, cover at least this area forward, go all the way over. I'll still patch up these holes. I actually need to leave that one for my shifter cable, but I'm just going to show you real quick what it looks like. I got my wires hanging here. They're they are what they are. So we seal this. Get her stuck in here. Like that. There we go. And I'll take my razor blade and trim here. Make that lay down real nicely. This is just a piece of wood dowel, but it works pretty good for rolling this stuff flat real quickly. I've got a roller somewhere. This will be fine. Now listen. Hear the difference? A lot better. Back. Got my front floorboard insulation in. That's all I had, so I think it's better suited towards the front, especially if the headers and collectors are coming out about here. Here's the difference. So I'm going to go ahead and cut and measure for my other insulation. I'll probably go ahead and run it on back at least to the rear tubs, and I will tuck those wires underneath it here shortly. But I'm gonna just measure the width and length right now that I need, and I can run it on up past this just a little bit. I'll be right back. Side, it's about 72 inches, which is basically what the width of my stuff is. Front to back was about 84, so I cut a little bit long both ways. What I'm going to end up doing is using some spray adhesive, spray my center, tuck it nicely, then work my way forward and backward, just like that. Trim it around my roll cage, all that jazz, but should give me something nice to start with, put carpet down on. So got this trimmed around my cage on both sides, boom and boom, like that. So I'm gonna probably go ahead and start peeling up. Since those are pretty precise, start on one side and work my way around. Not a biggie. And if I need to, I can split the whole thing, and if I need to, I can split the whole thing, glue, all that, but I kind of want to start on one side, like I said, in the center, smashing it, keeping it tight. This is some 3M headliner adhesive. Should work. We'll see. And here we are, all glued down. Got most of the wrinkles out. Looks pretty decent. A little ugly right there, but not a biggie. Got it ran up the firewall pretty nicely. And I discovered over there my vent on the bottom was full of leaves and debris and trash. So before I put that carpet in, I need to take a blowgun, blow that dash all out in there, let it all fall on that, and I can vacuum it up before the carpet goes in. Out here, I got my patch in there. I didn't do anything with that hole yet. I got my windshield wiper motor patched and that fuse block patched. Column is painted, ready to go back in. And the roll cage is all painted, if you'll remember that. I'm gonna probably leave it off with there today. And I appreciate y'all watching. I got a little bit more stuff to do, but interior is at least halfway done. So I appreciate y'all watching, and we're gonna go drag racing soon. So y'all hang out.